I think important thing to say that we are very good friends. Like we are very good friends. So because we are living in Bosnia, and Bosnia is a complicated country, so we basically have the same experience about some things. And we decided to collaborate together because we have a similar sensibility on some things.
I think that the problems that we found, like the similar thing that we want to fight with you know,
yes,
that kind of problems are put us together, you know. Like we found that we are like the only one who just want to deal with that kind of problems, which is like gender themes, gay problems in Bosnia, I don't know, problems about feminist artists, about contemporary artists in Bosnia.
And I think it's important to say, because in Bosnia usually when you are an artist you are pretty much brave, because you get like some stamp on your face like artist, so you are weird and strange. And when you talk about some very serious themes, sometimes maybe it's easier to work with somebody, you know, because it's, you know, sometimes you don't have that braveness, so you use it, you just have like, okay, you can take my half and I will take yours. So
artists who in some way scared, and in some way it's closed, and in some way it's can be like open, like how art should be like put, you know, art in some way like open all doors, you know, in to public, to region, to, I don't know, far away, you know. It's we have the same language that we use, you know. Art is like one language, but in our country art is in some way have borders that audience and people create, you know.
And it's a project about small cities in Bosnia that we see as a big problem, because we wanted to explain like the real situation in Bosnia. It's not if you look at the main cities, but you have to find something that is like explaining the whole situation in country only because of that small cities. So it's a basically real situation.
Ljubija is a good example and universal example how government create some halls for social cases, and in some way use the past that was behind us, and in some way create towns that nobody found and nobody can see the real situation there. So I want to say that Ljubija is example of marginalized community and forgotten people, and government irresponsibility. And Ljubija was famous before war because everything is happened around the cities where the mine is. So because of that mine, Ljubija has the high development in past, and today that kind of town doesn't exist anymore, because people who live there is the refugees from all collective centers in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and government after the war decided to put every kind of people, that kind of people in the one city, in some way close that kind of city to the public. So actually we didn't know that we have very near to main city Banja Luka people who live with social amount like $20 for the month, which is like 80% unemployment, which we have like many women with the children without men. They actually live in the very bad very bad situation with they actually don't have
money for living.
They don't have a place where they can live and other things. But when we see in the past, and when we try to find everything about Ljubija, we will see on the internet that everything is right on the past tense. which shows that people still live in the past and they actually don't have anything in the reality today which is like good. So we decided to open discussion about that kind of town the government actually create. Basic thing in basic work,
it's collaboration with the organization of women, which is called Rudarka, and we decided to make something, not because everybody said to us, usually artists do it like that, they in some way try to make a document out of, you know, poor people, poor cities, so it's something exotic. We decided not to make it like that, and we decided to design covers for ears and eyes that we can sell on every exhibition that we have, because we wanted to collect money for some materials they can buy, some sewing machine or stuff like that. So I think it's important to, in some way, not to show the real situation in the city, but also to find some solution that can help that women. So basically, the whole work of ours, Ljubija Kills, it's like mixed with activism and art. When I first came to New York, I decided to make a new art piece which will be based on my experience in New York. And because I had some discussion with Boris about relationship between man and woman, and I decided to make this art piece as to show in some way the mental working, like every day, like women has to work of themselves, you know. Like for example, you have one sentence which is mine, and it's like you have to be proud of your body because you look beautiful, and in the other sentence it is written, maybe you should lose some weight. So I'm trying to explain the two different parts. You have like your intimate way of your thinking about you, you know, you feel good in your body, you feel good when you do this, you feel good when you go to some man and say to him something that you really need to say to him. But there will be lots of advices from everybody else who will come to you and say, think about this is not good. Like it's like some kind of pressure with advertising of women. So okay, if you don't feel that beauty, you can, I don't know, buy something for your face, you can, you know, change the color of your hair and things like that. But I wanted basically only to speak about that mental and like emotional feelings about women, because my art piece that I'm showing here is called Anatomy of Female Feelings. And it's also, for example, like Boris said, that's like something similar that we have. We usually deal with our own intimacy. So okay, we maybe discuss about something which is global, so you can, you know, I think every woman has this kind of work every day in herself. But also I wanted to show that it's in some way it's like hard job. It's very hard job to be yourself.
I like to put public audience actually in my work. So I always, when I do some installation and some like interactive walls that I do here on Splatterpool gallery, I try to put myself at the same position like the public. So I put some dots on the wall, and the basic things it's that public need to follow the orders and to actually finish something that I start. One of them, on the one wall, I put some, we called it Ode to Revolutionaries and Ode to Myself. So, Ode to Revolutionaries and Ode to Myself. So, I think that I want to show how today we don't have anymore the one revolutionary, and actually we don't have today like one artist who stand front of his work. Today we have like a group. Today we have like a functional group, like artist, curator, designer, institution. So I just like to connect. I want to connect that kind of people and the ordinary people in my work, and in some way follow the orders, like follow the line, get involved, make demands, take position is something that I think that everybody should do today when it's like when we try to change something. And yeah, art is the perfect place where we can really be loud and where we can really make demands and take position.
But it's involved because it's working. You know, you have to work every day basically on your head and on yourself, and you also need to work like these mine workers are working on the wall, like audience will work on the exhibition. So it's basically it's the same work. You work on yourself every day, maybe from different position, but okay, he's a man and I'm a woman, but we work every day on ourselves. And I think that's the most important concept of this exhibition, is working on yourself in some positive way.
No.
Do you have any questions? Or we do